at all. But Panama, God, Panama was, I mean, the first week was hard to deal with because if you're not used to that heat and that humidity, you'll just get laid out. But after a week of acclimating, I got used to it, and once that happened, I was good to go. Panama was idyllic. Panama was the close. I lived like a character out of the Little Rascals in Panama. I mean, there was always something to do.
How old were you at this point?
1979, so I was 10, and we were stationed. My stepdad was stationed there from 79 to 81, so I was there from like 10 years old to 12 years old.
Of all the places you've lived, where was the worst?
God, I guess that would be Arkansas because they had corporal punishment. Yeah, the junior high school had corporal. They had the paddles, and this wasn't a private school, mind you. This was a public school. Public school. God, where was this? Blytheville, Arkansas, next to Blytheville Air Force Base, or was it Gosnell, Arkansas, or was it Gosnell Junior High in Blytheville? I haven't had to think about this in years. Gosnell, Arkansas, Blytheville, Arkansas. I think they're like twin towns next to each other, if I recall. I forget the relationship between the two. But yeah, their public junior high, public school had corporal punishment. They had the paddles, wooden paddles, and sometimes they'd have little holes drilled in them by the teachers so they could, increase that airspeed. And I was like, and I got swatted a couple of times, and it hurt like hell. I can laugh about it now, but no. So that was pretty bad. It was a teabagger would feel right at home in Blytheville, Arkansas. It was like right on the Tennessee border, and like every weekend we would go to Mud Island or go to Memphis and hang out and do whatever. Memphis was like the closest to civilization in that area.
Why did you move to Las Vegas?
Well, let me see. Gotta fast forward a bit. Graduated from high school in Panama. Oh, jeez, God. See, this is what happens when you're a military brat. You get all the places mixed up. Okay, graduated from high school in California, Northern California. Then I went to community college, San Francisco State. San Francisco State I got kicked out of San Francisco State over my first novel and moved back in with my mom in Washington, in Bremerton, Washington, in 1997. She always was a gambaholic, always was, and had always been talking about going to Vegas. And at the time, the same work that had gotten me kicked out of San Francisco State got me my BA from Evergreen in Olympia, Washington. And so, right after graduation, my mom and I went to Vegas, where we met up with my youngest brother, who was going to UNLV, University of Nevada in Las Vegas at the time, and we stayed with him for a while, and I got a place of my own in a couple of years, and that's how I got to Vegas. I got to Vegas following in behind my mom's gambling addiction.
How many siblings do you have?
Oh, and for the record, I myself, I don't gamble. Never have.
Can you stop the camera for 1 second?
Yeah.